You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here for Drakewing Gaming and something on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you on a Let's Play episode of Conway, Wolf's Path. Y'all, I hope you had a wonderful, delicious Thanksgiving. Hope you all got stuffed with delicious food and had a good time with your family and friends. So let's go ahead and jump back into some entertainment, shall we? Y'all sit back, crack open a drink, and enjoy. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Ooh, excuse me. Another star. Cord blimey, you daft. Well, I mean, I'm an aerostat, like... Oh, what? A balloon. They had one in France a few years back. And still, they're fucking miles away, mate. Aye. At least 100,000 leagues. Takes you months. You smile to yourself as their conversation fades out of earshot. I think you saw a drawing of that balloon in a broadsheet from the next town over. A huge egg-shaped contraction decorated with images of the sun. As you recall, it only had room for 2 or 3 people. You can scarcely imagine needing to spend months on something like that. 2 weeks on the Conway, and you're more than ready to stretch your legs in Morocco. Still, you can't help wonder what it would be like. The stars tonight are crisp, countless sharp points of light, cold and delicate. You're sure Perce is right. It must be thousands of miles away. When you tilt your head back, staring upwards, it's almost as if you could simply let go of the railing and be among them. You pull yourself out of it. There must be only a few minutes left in the watch. This is no time to be shirking your duties. What if Arthur were to catch sight of you? You're able to keep your mind from wandering until the bell rings. The sailors who relieve you are prompt. Your mind is racing too much to consider sleep, even given the brief opportunity. Instead, you find yourself freshly taken aback by the stars above you. You're not the only one. A few other off-duty sailors are gathered here and there. Wolf and Regia don't seem to be talking as such, but they are standing together. You make your way over. Regia is the first to notice you. Ah, James. Hello. Hello. I hope you don't mind the company. No, I don't, I suppose. Wolf, for his part, does not outwardly react. And you? Not sleeping before your next watch either? No. Looking forward to it. I've come to like the mid-watch. Because it's quieter? Wolf bares his teeth in a thin smirk. By now you're familiar enough with him to guess the answer. Fewer people who feel the need to bother me. I'm quiet. That makes me good company. She gives you a smile that is significantly friendlier than Wolf's. You aren't bothering us in any case. We were just quietly taking in the view. How are you? Also just off watch, I suppose. Yeah, it's calm. I'm glad we're out of the weather. Looking forward to seeing Morocco and enjoying the night sky. I was told stories of the constellations growing up, but there's something about seeing them so crisply. Makes me realize I must have not been paying attention all that well. I only recognize a few. The rest are hidden. What? The stars are different down here. Some constellations you grew up with almost never appear. Some will be new to you. Oh, I guess I didn't really know that. Your first time so far from home. You, Mr. Hift? You've been this far south. No. How far south have you been? You know, if I wanted to tell you my life story, I could be a bard. Or you could ask Julian if you want to hear someone talk about themselves. I'm sure he was just curious. I'm sure. Beer time! That's right, I am drinking a delicious summer shandy called... I think it's called Linen Kugels? Or Linen Poigels. Linen Poigels? I think that's what it's called. It's delicious. Nice and light. Nice, not overpowering lemon taste to it. It's just like lemonade. Except it's not very sweet. It's good. It's not an unreasonable question, you know. And it can be important, as the ship's doctor. Wolf grunts. Europe, as far south as the Mediterranean. Not Africa. So you get to see... What are the new stars, Doctor? I'm not an astronomer, you understand, but... There, do you see that? That should be the southwest, if I'm not mistaken. Her arm is held nearly level, pointing just over the horizon. Her clawed finger traces a curled shape in the night sky. Those stars right there. What does it look like to you? Like a fishhook? The tail of a scorpion. The bright star to the west of its head. The rest is its head. There at the tip is Al-Shala, the sting. I had the opposite experience. When I left my studies for Europe, one day I realized it had been months since I'd seen it. And then a fellow scholar explained that I couldn't. Not ever. Were the stars important to you? Where I'm from, you can see them, of course, but Not like this. I suppose it must have been the smoke from the chimneys and the cooking fires keeping us from being able to see the sky. But on some nights you can get a good view of them when out in the field. Such an unfortunate trade-off for warm food and shelter. Just let Wolf be Wolf. You suspect it's not worth probing. Wolf's own experience on the top. Oh, okay. Didn't say it was worth it, did I? No, but you act like it's a big loss. You don't think so? Come on, Wolf, tell me you're not in awe of all this right now. I'm not. I'm warm enough and I'm full. Leave it.
Safi, where I grew up, was the biggest port in Morocco.
I guess I'll just let Wolf be Wolf. Okay. You suspect it's not worth probing Wolf's own experience on the topic. Whatever. Anyway, Regia, in Morocco, was it not like that? What?
Nothing. I'm trying to picture what it's like.
What it's going to be like, I mean.
Safi, where I grew up, was the biggest port in Morocco. Imagine those smoke-shrouded stars glimpsed only in the space between buildings.
She lifts an arm, framing a gap of empty sky between the Conway sails by way of comparison.
So your first time was at sea, too? No, it was in the desert. You can be as far from cities and campfires there as you can be at sea. I stood at the top of a dune and looked out at the stars, and the Milky Way, you call it. It was magnificent.
Water time. Alright, guys and gals, we are back. Let's go ahead and jump back into it, shall we? Okay. Like this? Tonight?
Like this, yes. They seem so close. I wonder if we're much closer to them here.
What?
I heard Perse saying that they're quite far, 100,000 leagues, I guess. No.
No?
They're billions of leagues away.
It can't be that many.
It can. You said you weren't an astronomer. I'm not, but I do have a learned friend. No, she is right.
You turn to see that the painted dog has joined you. He seems to have become quite comfortable on the deck.
Mr. Nomax, good evening. Good evening. I am just strolling, working through my thoughts. You are right, though. Scientists have proven it.
Proven
the stars, or that is, the nature of the stars. Scientists have proven that each star is exactly identical to our own sun in size and brightness, differing only in their distance from our planet.
That is definitely not correct. But back then, yes.
Knowing that, one can compare the extent by which the light from the sun must be reduced until it is equivalent to what we consider a star. Obviously, the stars are quite feeble. We cannot see by them, for one. So if the light is reduced a factor of 10, the star must be 10 times more distant. 100th is bright, 100 times further away. Therefore, by mathematical extrapolation, we know the stars are, indeed, at least 1,000,000 billion miles away. He's been explaining this, or trying to, with excited gesticulations, indicating the distances in question by spreading and narrowing his paws. Do you follow?
Somewhat.
No. Oh, well, I did not either, when it was explained to me. I sat with the good gent for hours until it stuck, but he kept going on and on about the exact calculations, which just became numbers upon numbers and made it impossible to follow. He even wanted me to get a chalkboard, as if I have something like that just sitting about in the dining room. Once I got him to finally cut it down to the basics, we were making headway, Anyway, sorry, I trailed off there. The important thing is, yes, the doctor is quite right. They're very far away.
Nomax realizes from your expressions that you are not quite up to following the explanation. You at least enjoy his enthusiasm. And when he leaves to continue his stroll, you watch you watch the wag of his tail with a smile. Wolf, of course, has a different take. The important thing is, Perse is an idiot. Him and another sailor. They talked about using an aerostat to reach them, a hot air balloon. Why didn't you say that? I don't know, it's what they're called. You said it would take months, but I think...
Years, yes. Many, many years.
Ugh. Maybe this distance is enough. Every time the bell rings, every minute, whether I'm asleep or not, I'm the furthest I've ever been from home. I guess you are too, Wolf. Wolf remains subdued. No, home is whatever home is. It's not a place you can go back to. Will you be able to enjoy Mogador, do you think? As much as any harbor.
It'll be something new, though. For both of us. Really, for everyone but you, Regia. Don't be so sure. Oh? I expect that I will find it changed. You could consider that as well. What if you returned to a place where you spoke the same language and walked the same streets, but everything was ever so slightly different? Is that better or worse? I don't know. Maybe it will be useful to see how you find it, Mr. Kelly. Huh. Admit that you're probably going to get a sailor's view. Oh. Let's see. Sailor's view. I could help you, right? You'll have things you need to get done in port, supplies to pick up, and so on. That's true, James. I suppose I wouldn't turn down the help. I'm sure Arthur might have other duties for you while we're in port, but I'll suggest it at least. You'd be willing to give up the excitement of the harbor? I think so. I still do have a lot to make up for. Oi! Your attention is summoned by a surprise shot from the Conway's bow. Your heart begins to race, but as far as you can tell, there's no emergency. Let's see. I'll try, but honestly, from what Sam and the others say, I'm expecting we won't stray far from the harbor. Of course not. That's why the bars are there. And keep sailors like us occupied? They keep you contained. For when it's time to set sail and you can't be found, so the ship's officers know where to send the men with the leashes and lashes. And yes, it keeps you from disturbing the locals. Oi! Your attention is summoned by a surprise shot from the Conway's bow. Your heart begins to race, but as far as you can tell, there's no emergency. The sails are set. Nobody's rushing to help an injured sailor, but... Is the water brighter than usual? No, I thought you could see in the dark. You can. So can I. Regia's voice is soft, and you look to see that the cheetah, too, is straining to see clearly. Her head is tilted slightly to the side. I think he's right, Mr. Vitt. Indeed, you're certain of it now. The water has taken on a faint blue tinge. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. A few seconds later, a curious grunt from the wolf marks his own realization. At least the reaction of the others is heartening. Nobody seems to be panicking. Like you, they're looking curiously at the water, craning their heads to get a better look. What in the world is it? Wolf? He shakes his head. I don't know. I don't see any fish. No, it's not fish. It's true that some creatures glow for some reason. We saw it in jellyfish once, but this is the water itself. It's not dangerous, is it? I don't believe so. Right after this, I'm gonna pause it. Such a good picture. Heh. Oh yeah, that looks great. It looks different, definitely. I'm gonna pause it right there, y'all. Alright, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon and YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!